Okay.
And now this is what I love when I can't stop loving. Go out dancing from 10 till 6 in the morning.
Let's get it.
Chatting concert to strangers all night.
What
And I'm waking up
is
with
going down, world? Welcome to the 40-year-old FUQ Boys podcast. I go by the name Black Pegasus, and I have a very special guest, the main man, Andy Rue. What's up,
I'm
man?
back.
Yeah,
I'm back.
He is back, man. Yeah. Now, don't get it twisted. I am in my 40s. He's in his 20s.
Yeah,
so, you know, but it's still the 40s all day, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, we in here, you guys, and he seems to be one of your guys' favorite guests to have with some of these REN reactions. So I figured I would bring him in.
Humbled.
Hey, yeah. And we're going to react to Love Music Part 1, Part 2, and 3. All of them, you guys. So if you guys are ready to vibe with us, for y'all that are new to some of the reactions or Andy Rue, he is a very talented rapper, producer, engineer, beat maker, singer. He's classically trained. I mean, he's the man. So we got a lot of talent in the building. We're about to get to it, you guys. So, yeah, let's get this started. Before we start, don't forget to like, share, and comment on all of the content. But if you rock with the vibe, subscribe to the damn channel. Let's get it. 40-year-old what?
boys are back in town.
What?
Boys are back in town. 40-year-old
What?
boys are back in town. The boys are back in town.
40-year-old FUQ Boys podcast. Malt liquor for your ears.
40.
Oh, sheesh. Now, let me get this logo down and get the video up. And don't forget, I have a new music video. It's not that new anymore. And it hit 11,000 views. Planned it, so thank you guys. But I drop original content pretty much every Wednesday on the channel. So keep supporting. I'm going to drop a new music video, new song, Space Invaders, soon. You guys, we just did an epic interview with REN. And if you haven't seen it on the channel, obviously the members get it first. But it should be out by now. By the time you see this, I think it should be out. But if it's not, be on the lookout or check it out. It is freaking epic. So much fun and so blessed that he actually rocked with us and did an interview. So
it was a long interview too.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
An hour and a half. Like actually, like did like
it's an hour and 45 minutes.
That's tight.
Yeah,
That's
man.
tight.
So super excited for you guys to see it. I think you guys are going to enjoy it. Did a little something different, sprinkled it with our 40 style.
Oh yeah.
But
I'm excited to see these. You guys don't know how we record this, but it's actually been a few weeks since I've done a reaction to REN, so I've been holding off on listening to any REN for like 3 weeks now.
Now, this is older, too. We're going in the archives just to kind of, you know, the newer stuff has its own sound, but this was released 7 years ago.
That's
so
crazy.
close to a decade, if you really, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of wild.
There we go. Yeah, but what's even crazier, I know, I was just like, it's really low. It's crazy to think how, like, because when I think of like 7 years ago, it was like, what, 2016? Just about 15 or 16.
Yeah.
I remember that year so well. I feel like now I'm getting old. I'm basically 40 now.
Oh, Lord have mercy. So, all right, let's get into this now. You guys been requesting this. So this is Love Music Part 1. We're going to do Part 1, Part 2, and Part 3. So let's get it popping, you guys. Here we go. This is Love Music Part 1 from the Freckled Angels Project. Here we go.
And now this is what I love when I can't stop loving. Go out dancing from 10 till 6 in the morning. Chatting concert to strangers all night. And then waking up with the best memories of your life. For it's a moment when the music hits my soul lifts and my smile radiates the simple joy and the bliss. My life is this, chasing a dream to make it big. I dream of playing festivals and being top of that list. I dream of 10,000 people singing all my lyrics. I dream of sitting backstage with Stevie Wonder sipping drinks. Dream of making an album called The Greatest Hits. I dream of watching records flying off the shelves of the kids. It's a life that I want to be living, so I'll be giving mind, body, soul until I'm freaking seeing this vision. I'm feeling this mission, feels like I was born to be spitting, and so I stay so dedicated like an angel with vision. Whoa, be yourself and you'll be okay. I know this life can be tough, but a smile is just a button away. Press play with just one touch. Whenever my skies touch.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. This is definitely ska.
I'm rocking with that. I think it's cool. I don't know if I've actually mentioned this before. I feel like I would have maybe, but I don't know. One of the things that's really cool about REN, as an engineer, I work with clients all week, full-time job and everything. So I work with a lot of clients, and it's funny because like almost every single one of them are like, I want to be versatile. I want to do everything. So they'll come in with a whole bunch of different types of like beats and things like that through it. But they kind of, all respect to them, they just kind of do their thing. They kind of fit it a little bit. But what's cool about him is like he actually fits it all perfectly. Like every time he does like a different style of music, he almost masters it. It's not like he's just like trying something new or just trying to do it just to be versatile. He genuinely has that music influence, and that's kind of, you could tell that he's very just well-rounded, man. It's crazy. It's really crazy.
You want to know what's funny? The first verse reminded me of you.
Really?
He's talking about being at parties, dancing all night. Then he's like trying to record music.
That's funny.
and play festivals.
Yeah, that's
like,
funny.
You know what I'm saying? It just reminded me of
That's
you.
hilarious.
I know, like, you go out.
I be going
with
to
your
raves and
friends,
stuff like that.
and dance parties, right? And then you're recording and you want to blow up. So it's so funny because as I was listening, I was like, yo, this is freaking Andy Rue right here.
Andy Rue, right? I have some responsibilities. Okay, I'm getting my.
He's 33.
Yeah.
So subtract 7. What's that
So
number?
that'd be 26. I'm pretty sure, right? I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm no mathematician. That's why I left it up to you. So
26 when he dropped that. So
yeah. So he's not far off from your age
Yeah.
either. That's what's crazy.
Yeah. That's what, what's so funny is like these people don't blow up when they're like 20. Like at least the ones that I've noticed that blow up when they're like in their teens and like 20, unless you got like really good management behind you, you're not lasting very long.
Yeah.
But like all like the big dudes are blowing up when they're 28, 29, 30 and stuff like that.
Yo, this has nothing to do with this, but we're going to get back into the song. But he mentioned NF in our interview.
Really? That's tight.
Yeah, I
That's
was like,
dope.
oh, NF's on your radar. I wanted to ask you, but he just mentioned some of the people.
That's tight.
Like, yo,
That's
that's
sick.
crazy.
I'm a big
Anyways.
NF fan. That's probably why you mentioned it, right?
Yeah, that's why.
I'm a big.
All right, let's get it.
Okay, I know this life can be tough, but a smile is just a button away. Press play with just one touch. Wherever my skies turn to grey and life starts getting too much, I turn on that tune out. I love this music so much. But da 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 da, but da 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 da. Oh yeah, da 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 da. I don't ever wanna end up in a 9 to 5, working a full-time job just to try and provide. If I ever gave anyone any advice, would be to follow your dreams until the day that you die. And I'm not fussed about being rich either, as long as I can live the way I want. Keep your mansion, keep your beamer, I don't want them, as long as I can live happily and earn a comfortable life for my family and me, and be free. For life is never ever set in stone, that's why I never followed anybody's rules but my own. I always did things with love and respect for myself, but if you bring people down, then you're affecting yourself. But if you bring others up to places they couldn't reach, then your rewards, they be much more than you could earn in a week. And your potential has no bounds, please take it from me. That's why I swear you could fly if you only believe. Oh, be yourself.
That's interesting what he said. I
You'll be
like that he mentioned the fact that like, being positive and stuff in your environment and stuff is going to bring you higher than putting other people down. And I think that's really important. I don't have anything against like any like books about like success and growing, whether it's business related or music or anything like that. But one of the similarities I noticed from a lot of people who read these books is there's some sort of misinterpretation. I've never read them. Maybe they're literally telling them this, but it's almost like you kind of have to have like a F everyone else attitude. Just do your thing. If they don't benefit you, get them out of there kind of attitude. And I'm like, I get it. I do get it. You want to have people around you who are going to serve you and stuff. But at the same time, it's like it's not serving you to be disrespectful or just to cut people off because they don't serve you any purpose.
Yeah.
And I think that's really important because that's one of the things I try to like hold pretty close to myself when I'm, working with different artists and stuff like that. Is just constantly being respectful and positive to everybody. And I've only ever noticed really good things come from it,
Yeah. What's crazy about that, in the verse, he said, I ain't tripping on a Beamer. He's like, I just want to live comfortable with my family and essentially be happy. But the one thing that you're touching on, which he did say, but this is what I love and why I want to highlight it. He actually lives these lyrics. Now, I don't know if you're following him closely yet because we've been doing these reactions, but he's been posting all these up-and-comers. So this one homie who just reacted to his video only had 2,000 subscribers. And he's like, I just love the way this dude thinks. Did it? And he promoted him. The dude's blasting off to like 10K.
That's tight.
There's this other artist named Dirt Miller. I've never heard of him. He was like, it's so crazy. He literally does a rant on YouTube about how good this dude is. And he can't believe that he has such little views.
Yeah.
And he just put at the dude, he's like, you guys know what to do. And his whole following, like, this dude, Dirt Miller, had, I think, maybe 10,000 views on his track. Now it's close to 100K.
Yeah.
We reacted to it, and our reaction got 10,000 views.
Yeah, that's nice.
So, like, it's like he's literally living what he's saying.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, I'm going to bring all these people up. And the classic example is we're probably the smallest, well, we're one of the smaller YouTube channels that he's actually did an interview with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because we're kind of coming up.
Yeah,
But
so you're part of that, you know,
dude,
what he's
like,
talking about.
Yeah, because he did an interview with the homie Knox Hill, which is an amazing interview. But Knox almost has 1 million subscribers.
Right.
So to come down to the homies like us who are at like 90, 100K, it's like, that's an olive branch, bro.
Yeah.
So like he lives what he's saying, dude. Like this is tight.
You're at like 92K now or something like that?
Yeah, we're
That's
getting there.
tight.
In like a
That's
couple
sick.
weeks, we're going to be 100K.
100K.
Plaque. Let's go.
I know this life can be tough, but a smile is just a button away. Press play with just one touch. Whenever my sky turns to gray, life starts getting too much. I turn on that tune out, I love this music so much. I be the lyrical syllable killer, the blood spiller, ha. I be the badness on the scene, call me the Godfather. My head be so far in the cloud that I could see the stars. And when I'm spitting the rhythm, precisionally take it much farther. This is the new shit, rat-a-ta-ta. I fuse it, with lyrics, use it. Mix it up and got this music. Take me so I can taste it. The snare and the bass kick. Feel it in my chest coming up from the basement. Oh, be yourself and you'll be okay. I know this life can be tough, but a smile is just a button away. Press play with just one touch. Whenever my sky turns to gray and life starts getting too much, I turn on that tune out. I love this music so much. But da 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 da, but da 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 da, but da 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 da, but da 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 da, oh, but da 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 da, but da 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 da, oh yeah, da 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 da. I love it.
It's tight. I like that.
What's crazy is how he started rapping.
Yeah.
At the and just like
Yeah, speeding it up a little bit and stuff.
I didn't think he'd rap in this. Now, if I gave a little constructive criticism here, because this is the first time I'm critiquing, literally in my eyes, one of the goats, right?
Yeah.
You tell me what you think.
Okay.
There's a little like
in the
in
background? Yeah.
I didn't feel like it was necessary. I liked where it was. I liked where the track was going, and I don't know.
One of the things I was thinking of, you said this is kind of an early track, huh?
Yeah.
One of the things I was thinking is he probably did not produce this one himself completely. I heard little guitar things in there that I'm like, he might have added that onto the beat because those sounded a little bit separated from the beat. But if this is one of his early ones and he didn't like produce it, because I'm like, if he produced that, that's insane with all like the brass instruments and everything. That's crazy if he did all that himself. But which I know you said now he produces his own stuff, and I could hear that, I could tell that in his newer tracks. But this even just sounds like just the quality of the beat kind of sounds like a YouTube beat. To me, it's really dope. But he probably didn't have much choice in that, to be honest, with like that little voice, because that voice was probably there in the YouTube beat. But if not, then yeah, I would kind of agree. It just kind of stuck out a little bit.
I think they were playing this live.
Yeah,
I think so. Because I already watch and follow him,
right?
And so like I liked everything that I was hearing here. Maybe with what you're saying, maybe I'd have to listen to it with headphones. Maybe it sounds a little dated, like the quality maybe is.
Yeah, it just sounds really compressed. I guess it all kind of sounds, I don't know, compressed is like the only way that I can kind of think of it. It just has that normal, like he's kind of rapping over in a .mp3, you know? That kind of what it sounds like.
See, the funny thing is, to me, when I listen to music, I don't listen to it with that technical of an ear. I was like, yo, this is amazing. I'm loving the energy. But that one little part, it just threw me off.
Yeah.
Now, if I listen to this 2 or 3 times, I'd be like, oh, I felt that.
Yeah.
But off first listen, that was the only thing.
Yeah.
But what's crazy to me is where he's going with this, like the ska, the rhythms, and then the hook, bro. Like, I don't know how I kind of glossed over this
That hook
because
was really
he's
cool.
literally just saying, yo, your happiness is in the music.
Yeah.
Your happiness is just a button away. Hit play, and that's what I felt here.
Yeah.
And honestly, this song reminded me when I used to work at a record store, independent records. R.I.P. because
they're not there anymore. I remember seeing them.
It's
a
parking lot now, bro.
Oh, really? They demolished it? That's crazy.
Crazy. Anyways, this just reminds me of something they would play in independent records.
Really?
Yeah, and we like people
That's
just
funny.
be kind of vibing to it. But this is when I was like, yo, I'm too cool to listen. This is hip hop only.
Yeah.
But man, this is dope. Like this vibe uplifts me, and I really enjoyed it. I just thought that one little part, I was like,
Yeah, it was
I don't
stuck
know.
out a little bit.
I don't know. It just
wasn't
actually,
super
I'm gonna
necessary.
play it back.
Yeah.
because I'm like, maybe I'm tripping. Maybe it was kind of fire.
The button away, press play with just one touch.
Hold on.
Oh, be yourself and you'll be okay. I know this life can be tough, but it's not, it's just the button away, press play.
That part right there, the first one was fire.
Yeah.
But that second,
Sounded a little out of tune, out of key a little bit.
I don't know. That was just me.
Yeah, and another thing on the beat, the reason why, I don't know, you could just tell on his newer production, and maybe he just upped his quality or whatever, but you could tell the beat kind of surrounds him, like when we were listening to, what was the one with the mushy piece? What was that one called?
Oh, Genesis?
Yeah, Genesis, like that one, you could tell like all the instruments were kind of surrounding him, and it was huge, like kind of sounded really huge. Well, this has a ton of production, but it doesn't have that same kind of hugeness to it. The same sound stage is what we would call it, where it's like super wide, and you can just hear it surrounding him, and usually you only get that when you're the producer of it, because then you can make it surround your vocals like that.
Yeah.
Unless you have some beast like YouTube producer that you found early on or something. But that's the only reason I said that. So I'm like, I don't know if he had complete, creative control in that aspect, but
Well, yeah. Oh, it was 2016. I think that he was on a label when this dropped.
Really?
So that's kind of interesting. I think he was on Sony.
That's crazy.
And then his health took a turn, and he ended up having to part ways. It was mutual. But anyways, I low key.
That was tight though. I like that. I did like that.
That was
super.
fire. That joint was hard.
I'm
With
excited.
music addiction.
Oh, this sounds like it might have the same vibe.
Well, I'm curious on where he's going because it's like part 1, part 2, and 3.
Yeah, why is it called Freckled Angels? I don't really. I'm trying to think about that.
So I'm gonna tell you.
Okay.
This is what I think it. So there's a song called "Freckled Angels."
Okay.
And it's super emotional. It's about his homie Joe Hughes who passed away. And it's like very, very emotional.
Yeah.
It was the brother man ended up taking his own life, and so I just think his homie probably had freckles, and you know what I'm saying.
Something like that, okay.
But the song "Freckled Angels" is like that. This is the name of the album, but the title track is about his boy Joe Hughes, and what is so gut wrenching is in I think the second or third verse. He's doing the verse. And he did the whole. Remember when NF is like crying, talking to his mom, doing like he just let his soul out, and I was like, wow! It actually made me and Don pretty emotional. Yeah, it's wild.
That's
dude.
crazy.
Like,
I'm gonna have to peep that then. How popular is it?
What, that song?
That song, yeah.
Dude, it's so weird because this is Ren's moment, bro.
Yeah.
Like all his old stuff is being rediscovered. Like, I feel like High Ren is introducing and opening this portal where people are like, what the? His catalog is so amazing. Like, dude, you got to think that song we just listened to was 7 years ago and it's fire.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, and I'm like, it's almost like everything he does, you're kind of like, dude, this is too good to be true. Because it's like everything.
Well, like you said, I mean, you've told
so
me a
good.
million times, you're like, talent will find its way. I mean, you always tell me that. So I'm like, that's just what I see here. If you're talented, people will eventually find you, hopefully, most likely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely. So I don't know. I'm rocking with it. All right. Love Music Part 2. Let's see what my man's on from the Freckled Angels album. Let's go.
Testing 1 2 1 2. How's my levels? Is that coming out okay? Can you hear me? Hang on.
And see, now that I'm listening to it, I think he's going for this more live type of vibe, especially in this one. So, because this one's already sounding a little different.
Live, yeah. It's kind of funny when people do that stuff because it could be effects that they're just using in the studio. He could have just recorded it in the studio and then made it. Or it could be live, so I guess we'll see.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, hello. Oi, what do you get if you take a Welsh boy? Mixing some lunacy, mixing some noise, mixing affliction with music addiction, conviction and fiction, and leave it to boil. Friend, but don't overcook me, please. Serve me with the fine wine and the cheddar cheese, cause I'll immature with age and I don't deep freeze, cause I'll melt your freezer with the fire that I preach. Deep, I speak metaphors in my sleep, soliloquies in solitude, my mind on the beat. Neat, I repeat words, retweet. I said neat, I repeat words, retweet. Heat, I chase pretty girls till I'm weak. I was talking to this one girl just last week. She said, Ren, you're so tongue-in-cheek, but it was hard to hear her talk with my tongue in the cheek. Half animal and cannibal, I'm flammable, it's tangible. My casual, yeah, radical, grammatical mind is practical, impactful, and really quite supernatural, detachable from my skull socket in my spine.
Insane, is he possessed by a monster? Hunchback of Notre Dame type posture, clasping his hands like a rapist lobster.
Talk like Tony Montana, mobster. Say hello to my little friend once again. I got more lines than a cocaine den. Ren, I say you once again if you forget. Ren, through your lungs like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, he's going crazy on this one. I'm not getting the same ska vibe on this.
Yeah,
it has that tempo, but it's not like... Because doesn't ska have to have horns in it?
I'm pretty sure it's just fast. I mean, yeah, I'm sure that... I mean, all the ska I've heard it has horns in it, like a crazy brass, thing.
Yeah. All right, you guys might be able to teach us a thing or two
but
about
like,
that.
It definitely still has that same kind of ska feel to it, for sure, with the upbeat, guitars... But that's also the same as in like reggae too. So it's kind of like between reggae and ska almost. It's kind of cool.
Okay,
kind of interesting.
Okay.
Talk like Tony Montana, mobster. Say hello to my little friend once again. I got more lines than a cocaine den. Ren, I say you once again if you forget. Ren, through your lungs out like a cigarette. Haha, the kiddie with the wordplay fetish. Alliteration of a lines are lush like lettuce. I live my life with love and light, illuminate like lightning. The liberation leader with linguistics of a lion. You know it's all just fun and games, yeah, honey. You got me smiling like there's something funny. This music soothes my soul like melted honey, and I love it, yeah. Yes, I sink MCs like battleships plundered. Twist words like...
It's funny because on the hook there was a little...
Yeah, it was horns.
There was
That's
horns.
what I was thinking.
Yeah. Now, this is what's crazy, bro. He's lyrically really savvy, and that's the thing, like, as an MC and a rapper from America... I want to give him his flowers because he's actually a rapper, bro.
Yeah.
Like, he started spitting this, he said alliteration, right? And he started going into alliterations.
Yeah,
when
with
he's
the
like,
L's.
lettuce and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah, I instantly thought of Tech 9 when I heard that, because I know Tech 9 likes to use it. Not a lot of rappers use that, like, alliteration very, like, literally, I guess, if that makes it, very intentionally, except for, like, the only person I've really heard do it is Tech 9, at least in the mainstream and the big, guys. Yeah, it's Tech 9. That's like the only person I've heard really like use alliteration like that. So it's kind of cool to hear him use that too.
Yeah, he just did a lot there, and he went into different cadences, different voices, different personas, and then he did the alliteration flow, and then he's just like, yo, I love this. And I think that's what he's demonstrating. Like, I'm being playful. I love this. This is my passion.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
what I mean? It's just tight.
Yes, I sink MCs like battleships plundered. Twist words like Tony Hawk's 900. Post that quote on Tumblr. Reblog that quote if you want to, love. Cause I'ma bring the love, I'ma sing the love. Half chav, half hippie, I'm a chippy love. And I was raised in the country, not the city, bruv. So I'm stabbing up cheese, never people blood. Because we need some love, we need it like a drug. And even if you're feeling minging like an ugly pug, you deserve a hug. Cause man, believe me, yes, you're brilliant. I shake the scene like Shakespeare, now they call me William. I'm killing them all over every border and meridian. I'm giving them my idiom, so harder than iridium. I'm purer than Bolivian, I'm deeper than amphibians. A dippy lippy, pretty looking hippie village. You know it's out.
Crazy rhyme scheme.
Bro, he said I'm purer than Bolivians. He's talking about Bolivian, cocaine. Like, bro, that's crazy.
That's funny.
And the way he just slipped it in there.
Yeah.
Like, that's a bar.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It is, yeah.
What was the other thing he said? He started, so I'm sure, I don't know if you're familiar with this culture, but he said, essentially what he was saying, he's like, I'm not stabbing people, I'm giving people hugs. And I didn't realize, and he said, I'm from the country, I'm not from the city. And in these cities in the UK, I guess there's a ton of stabbing. Same with Canada, because they don't have guns. So everyone's talking to us about like, yo, you don't have guns or da-da-da-da. But I guess it is crazy how many people get stabbed and killed. And so it's just the same thing.
Just violence.
It's just
violence.
a different, a different means to it, But I didn't know that until I started talking to more people from the UK, and I was like, wow. And the homie, Pat Stay, huge battle rapper.
Yeah.
That's how he got murked.
That's
And
crazy.
They've been doing all these. Man, it's so sad.
Yeah.
Anyways, dope. That was hard.
Yeah, that was dope.
Yeah, it's crazy because he went from the ska joint, right? Love Music Part 1, epic. Then he goes to this. I'm just getting more of a rap vibe. It is
It's a little bit slower. Still ska, but like a little bit slower.
He's going crazy.
He's
with the
going
lyrics.
crazy. He is.
He's actually, and it's funny because I'm wondering if people, because this has almost 250 more thousand views.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering why people started gravitating to this one more than
Instead
the
of the
first
other
one.
one. Who
Because me
knows?
personally, I vibe with the first one
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
I like the vibe on that better, but the rap on here is crazy.
Yeah.
So it's like a mood thing for me. But I personally, as of now, I like the first one. I like Love Music Part 1 the best so far.
Yeah. One of the things I'm kind of like curious on is, do we know like when he started making music, like started making music before
When he was 12 years
12
old.
years old. Okay,
He's
so he's been doing it
33
for a
now.
while. I was gonna say he's been doing it for a while because you always have to go through that first like 5-6 years. I feel like of just making okay music, and then you start really
He
reaching your full
started out
potential.
making like electronic music, electronic beats.
Yeah.
Then he was trying to find rappers and singers, and he was in this small rural town. So he just had to start doing it himself.
That's hilarious. That's exactly how I started. Was producing dubstep.
That's tight.
hilarious.
Yo, here we go. All right.
Running games, yeah, honey. You got me smiling like there's something funny. This music soothes my soul like melted honey. And I love it, yeah. Remember in the 90s, people used to sing rap, and I'ma try to bring that right back. Sean Paul taught me how to beat, and Shaggy told him it wasn't me. It wasn't me. But I saw you on the CCTV. It wasn't me. Breaking into Toys R Us last week. It wasn't me. You were dressed like a ninja sheep and using Furbies like bowling balls. Seriously, you're insane, man. No, I'm not. Yes, you are. You're talking to yourself. You're a mother flicking that art. You're losing the plot more than Quantum of Solace. That film, seriously, really quite bollocks. James Bond type reflexes. Shaken, not stirred when I'm mixing up my letters. Golden eye fixed on the Thunderbolt checklist. Diamonds are forever, so I eat them for breakfast. Live another day, but tomorrow never dies. I live and let die, but you only live twice. Through your eyes only, see it through your eyeballs. And I fell off the Moonraker Skyfall. You got to know, I got the flow. I'm Dr. No, with the license to kill. The man with the golden gun type skill. Octopussy means 8 girls, that's ill. Gold finger? Nah, golden tongue. And I'm sending this message from Russia with love. On Her Majesty's Secret Service, I went to Casino Royale. The world is not enough.
Yo, the end scheme, they started playing the James Bond riff, and then he went all in on James Bond references. All of
Oh,
those.
that's crazy. That's funny. I didn't notice that.
Yeah, everything was a title of the movie, or like, so GoldenEye, I think he said Casino Royale.
I was wondering what he was talking about with all that. I was like, it sounded a
Everything
little
is the
confusing to
title
me.
of a James Bond movie.
Yeah, when he
and
started
the
talking about
funniest
Russia
part
and
was,
stuff.
from Russia with Love.
Yeah.
Because I'm a huge James Bond fan.
Yeah.
Even the Octopussy line, that was the name of what was the name of that one? Because that was the lady in it. That was her name. It's
That's
so
crazy.
funny because this is where they get the funny, the Austin Powers, all the little funny jokes, the sexual jokes in
yeah.
Austin Powers. It all comes from the way they would write and do the screenplays for 007 James Bond.
crazy.
So yeah.
I need to get more into. I just need to watch the movies. The only James Bond history I have is the game GoldenEye. 007 GoldenEye. It was a late game.
Oh, you've never even seen
What's
a
that?
James Bond movie?
No, I just never gotten. I'm not a movie person, so I just need to do that. I just need to get into it.
I haven't watched movies in the last few years like I
Yeah.
used to, but dude, I love James Bond. It's funny
Yeah.
because I would be interested because I love the old. My favorite James Bond is Roger Moore.
Yeah, when
personally,
he played
I
him.
like James. The new ones are ill,
Mm-hmm.
and I like Sean Connery, but I don't know. Maybe it's because my dad introduced me to Moonraker, and there's this epic beginning scene where they're like fall out of a plane without parachutes, and
Yeah.
bro, it's so incredible. This character Jaws. Anyways, I love James Bond movies, really
Yeah.
do. And
So those references got you.
yeah,
Got
but
you
I
going.
wonder if you watched it, if
I
I
would've
was
caught it.
like, if I was like, yo, check out Moonraker.
Yeah.
would you be like, yo, P, that was kind of corny? You know what I'm saying? Because it's so dated.
Maybe I have to try it.
But
Maybe
it's like for me, it's like Star Wars. There's certain things that just have classic elements.
Yeah.
Like I love Star Wars. I love James Bond. I love Enter the Dragon. There's just certain things where I think they're timeless. But anyways, that's crazy.
That was dope.
You've never seen a James Bond movie.
Never. I also grew up pretty sheltered until I was like 12 or 13. So it was bad. It was bad.
It's all good, man. It's probably better to be sheltered than not in these days.
Funny.
All right, you guys, that was Love Music Part 2. I really, really like that. But me, where it stands, I actually liked Love Music Part 1 the best so far.
Yeah,
that's just me. So
this one was dope though. I like this one.
Yeah,
I think he used a lot more of his like vocal fluctuation to his advantage on this one.
yeah,
I like it.
the rap stuff was going sensei karate on that. Oh, this is like a video. Hold up.
Yeah.
And it sounds like it has a similar vibe. All right, you know what, you guys? Not trying to hate on you guys. We're doing part 1, part 2, and part 3. But since this is like a legit video, I'm gonna do this separate. So me and him are gonna still do this reaction. So if you're watching this right now, if this is the premiere, okay, just get ready to hit play again because we're still gonna watch this, but I'm gonna do it separately because whenever he does a music video, I feel like in this case we did like songs we just listened to, but the music video. Yeah, well, the music video I feel like it needs to get its own little bit of shine because it's actually a video.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you guys like, share, comment, subscribe on all of the content. And yo, tap in. We're gonna do part 3. I'll release it immediately after this ends. And I just think it'll be cool to do a separate one for this one. And dude, this Love Music. Yo, you guys, thanks for telling me about this. I'm really enjoying it.
This one's tight.
Make sure you're following Andy Rue on YouTube. He's trying to put out more music. I'm telling him, don't fall in love. Don't take your time and make music. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Falling in love is a good thing. And it'll probably inspire your music.
It could.
But I'm telling him, don't let these girls distract you. Or girl, I don't know. We love you, girl, though.
That's
we
funny.
do love
We
you.
do.
Cyber
We do.
hugs.
It's the
But
best.
I'm just saying.
No distractions. We're getting on it.
Keep him
We're
focused,
getting it
young
on.
lady.
Start spamming me.
Holy smokes. Anyways, that's all great. I'm messing around. My bad. Are you
No,
blushing?
you should. No, it's funny. That's great.
All right, you guys. Yo, we're getting into Love Music Part 3, so we'll see you there. 40.
Thank you for being some man. 40 years down the road, back again. FUQ boys.
40.